Morning, how are you? I just wanted to check in. So I'm on day 3 of my 30-day liver detox program, and I just wanted to give you a little update. Really, it's been quite interesting. There were a few unexpected feelings and emotions, situations that I've had in the past 2 days. Friday was the first day, which was the most intensive. There was a little bit of food involved, but not a huge amount. It was mainly the detoxification enzymes and cleansing juice and system. But emotionally and physically, I was all over the place. I had the worst headache, worst headache. I don't ever get headaches. I don't suffer with headaches, luckily. But I had the worst headaches, pounding, throbbing, really dry mouth, really uncomfortable taste on my tongue, couldn't settle, really irritable, really agitated, almost like an out of body, almost kind of surreal feeling, because I was completely out of control, like it was out of my control, the way that I was feeling, the way that my body was reacting. I realized, of course, that I've gone from drinking 4 or 5 coffees every day to 0, and from having sugar every day to having 0. So, of course, when I realized that, it made a lot of sense that my body was reacting the way that it was, because both of those are, really highly toxic for the system, and they're stimulants, and we rely on them. They're drugs at the end of the day. And so just to go cold turkey and just to strip them out of my diet like that, without warning to my body, was a bit of a shock to the system. So it was an interesting day. I really had to keep myself busy. Had a bath, tried to do some reading, tried to do some work on the computer, but I just couldn't settle. Really agitated, just really all over the place, and it was quite an experience. And then day 2, yesterday, was when the whole system is supposed to start to purge, and you're really supposed to get that excavation from the liver, from the gallbladder, completely out of the system. But it didn't really happen for me until later yesterday afternoon, honestly. So that was interesting, because I was expecting something a lot more, and it wasn't. It was really gentle. But I was exhausted, absolutely shattered yesterday. Couldn't do anything, just really mooching around the house, sitting on the sofa, just taking time out, because I just couldn't really focus properly, just couldn't get my mindset straight about what I needed to do. But I have slept really brilliantly, actually, for the last couple of nights, and I've not slept well at all for the past few months, and so it was quite a blessing to actually get a really good solid 8 hours sleep for the past 2 nights, and I do think that that's helped. So that was a really positive, if nothing else. So 2 really good nights of sleep, 2 full days of feeling agitated, headachy, anxious, just really unsettled and all over the place. But today's day 3. I'm feeling much better, no headache. I still feel, I guess the best way to describe it is just really delicate. Like my body just feels really tender, and like it just needs some nurturing. It just needs me to take care of it a little bit. So I'm going to listen to that, obviously. When we're looking at health and wellness, at the end of the day, I'm in the industry of health and wellness and making people feel good, look good, and just live their best life possible. And so with all of that, with all of us, it has to start from within. It has to start with ourselves, because unless we really deal with what's going on inside of us, then we're not in a position to be able to fully help other people. But we're always so keen to look outside of ourselves to find that quick fix, to find that answer and that solution, but we don't. It has to start from within us. So this has been a really great lesson for me in the past couple of days, to take control of my own health and wellness, to have the discipline to not reach for a coffee when I was so desperate yesterday, to not reach for something sweet when I was just beside myself with that kind of overarching just feeling of needing that drug, that sugary fix, but to be so disciplined that knowing how important my health and wellness is to me, and once I fix what's going on inside of me, then I'm just going to be able to be in a much stronger position to be able to help my clients and my family, my friends, just everybody, ultimately at the end of the day. So today is much more about cleansing, just carrying on now, just to continue that cleansing process. So now that we've done that excavation, that really deep cleansing, now it's just all about rebalancing the body, rebalancing the system. So there's a lot of enzymes, there's digestive enzymes, there's metabolic enzymes, and I've also added a whole bunch of minerals, essential fatty acids, vitamins, and plant-derived minerals too into my system today, because that's really going to help to balance everything and continue that flushing out period, which I need, because obviously if we don't flush out the toxins that have been released from the liver, then they will get absorbed back into the bloodstream and continue around the system, which is not what we want. So I'm excited to continue. I get to eat some food today, which is fantastic news. But it's just making me more aware of what I'm putting into my body. It's making me conscious about what I'm putting into my system and how that is then affecting me in my mood, in my attitude, in my appearance, my physical, my skin, my hair, my nails. It's just making me more aware and becoming more conscious. And I think that's, at the end of the day, what we all need to do. Once we're more aware of what we're doing, we can make better choices, we can make better decisions, which are actually going to benefit us and help us to really come from that space of well-being and wellness. So I'll keep you posted. So far, so good.